What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue, and what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be making a keto-friendly deep dish pizza. This recipe was inspired by my man Mike over at Everyday Barbecue. He just did a regular deep dish pizza, and you know what? It kind of inspired me to do this. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the iCard above and description below. Run by there and take a look at what he's throwing up. He has some good recipes out there. As far as the flavor profile goes on this, we're going to be going kind of with a basil, kind of a flavor to it, in place of like a traditional red sauce. We're going to be rolling out with something that's pretty similar to a pesto sauce, and we're going to be topping it with a few ingredients. As a matter of fact, before I rattle off all the ingredients now, I'm going to bring you in so you can see them for yourself. So before we get into this list of ingredients, I do want to let you know that this is something that I'm kind of throwing together, but I will try to leave my ingredients and approximate amounts in the description below. So here's the ingredients we're going to need. Now for our crust, we're going to be needing some of this fresh grated Parmesan cheese and 1 head of cauliflower. I'm going to be cooking my cauliflower off camera for about 25 minutes in a pressure cooker just to soften it up. If you don't have a pressure cooker, just throw it in a pot of boiling water and cook it until it becomes a little soft. We're also going to season the crust with a little bit of salt and pepper. As far as our sauce goes, we're going to be using a little bit of this Parmesan cheese, some ricotta cheese, a few of these garlic cloves, and fresh basil. What we're going to be topping the pizza with is going to be mushrooms, fresh grated mozzarella cheese, black olives, and then I have some chicken sausage that happens to be a basil and feta blend. Those are our ingredients. The first thing I'm going to do off camera is get this cauliflower cooked down. So while the cauliflower is cooling off, let's go ahead and make this sauce. First thing I'm starting off with is about 1/4 cup of the ricotta cheese. And we're going to go in with, I'm going to call this about 1/2 cup of that fresh basil. Let's go with 5 cloves of that roasted garlic. We're going to save the rest for the topping, so we're going to be smelling real nice tonight. So we got that. Let's go in with some of this Parmesan cheese. And that's going to be, let's call that about 3 tablespoons right there. That's about 3½ tablespoons of olive oil. It may look like more went in there, but it's not pouring all that well. And then we're going to hit it with some salt and pepper. And we're going to adjust to taste once we're done blending it up. Alright, so this looks a little bit thicker than what I'm wanting, so I'm going to add a little bit of water to thin it out. I think we have enough olive oil in there. And I want this to be a little bit thicker than what a traditional red pizza sauce would be. Alright, that looks like the consistency we want. Let's go ahead and taste it. Tastes good to me, so we're going to roll with this. As soon as that cauliflower is cooled off, we're going to get working on that. Now that our cauliflower is cooled down, we're going to start making what's going to become our crust. So I have our head of cauliflower in a bowl, and we're going to take about 1 cup of Parmesan cheese and just mix this in with it. What this cheese is going to do is it's not only going to add flavor, it is going to absorb some of that liquid. Alright, let's just add a little salt and pepper. And I'm going to go with about another 1/2 cup of Parmesan, and that should be good to go. So I have this skillet sprayed down with the cooking spray. I'm not sure if it's 100% necessary, but I figure it can't hurt, so might as well go on the side of caution with this. Now all we're going to do is get our cauliflower in the skillet. And you can make this as thin or as thick as you'd like. And I'm going to try to come up these edges just a bit. So this right here is what I'm looking for. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to throw this in the oven at 375 degrees. And I'm going to check it in about 25 minutes. It may need to go a little bit longer than that, but I'll let you know. So I ended up keeping this in the oven for about 40 minutes. And as you can see, it's got a nice golden color to it. And it really smells a lot like that Parmesan that we had in there. So I'm going to go ahead and spread our sauce on. I think that's good to go. Basically just layer it like you would layer any other pizza. I'm going to go pretty heavy on this cheese, so I'm going to use all of this. Alright, let's just layer it. Now this garlic, I did end up cutting this into just smaller pieces, but I cut them in half, so they're half cloves of garlic. So here we go. This is good to me. I am going to go over it. I think I have about another quarter cup of cheese in there. I'm going to just go ahead and layer a little bit more cheese on there, get it back in the oven, probably for about 40 minutes on about 350. So this is what it looks like coming out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool down a bit before we start cutting it up. So this is at a chance to cool down, and before I even take this taste test, what I want to let you know is if I do this again, what I will do is put the basil on near the end. Basil got a little bit dark, doesn't have the appearance I'm quite looking for, but it's not about the look as much as it is about the taste. I mean, it doesn't look bad, it just doesn't look what I was hoping for. Anyway, I wish I had one of those little pie spatula things, so I don't have one, so we're going to work with what we got. So let's cut a little slice out of this. Alright, hopefully this wooden spatula will do the trick. If I can get up under it. Alright, not bad. Still has a little triangle shape to it. It didn't fall down or anything, so happy with that. Let's go ahead and taste it. Man, this flavor is exceeding expectations right here. You know what, I'm about to take another bite. It's that good. Anyway, give this recipe a try. This is an excellent recipe. I'm gonna finish eating. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.